Yo, 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 ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live. Live in the 214. We got a show in the 214. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? I am here right now. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ace Anderson. I am oh snap! I am your host today for uh, the Devil's Advocate, our new talk show. And Akron Watson and I decided a little while ago that we really wanted to share some of our stories. We've been going, man. We've gone back. We go way back like Cadillacs on four flats. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, me and Akron met at the Undermain Theater doing a show called The Shipment, and from there, man, we hit it off. I invited him over, like maybe after the first or second day of rehearsal, invited him over, and um, we started wrapping it up, talking, and for like 3 hours, just hitting it off. And then all of a sudden he was like, hey, so I have this idea for a song. And I was like, oh, well, I make music, so let's make something. And he pulled out something he had recorded on his phone. And then I pulled out GarageBand and pulled out my Snowball microphone, and we recorded a whole song. It's called Like Me. You can actually, I'll try to find the link and I'll post it once Akron hops up in here. But I also wanted to introduce a friend of mine, Edmund Simpson II. He is joining us in Dallas. Akron is going to be in New York, and I'm in Dallas as well. And we'll just start with a little bit of conversation. So, Edmund, welcome. Welcome. How's it going, brother?
Going good. Going good, man. How's it going on your end?
It's going real well, man. It's going real well. I'm excited about doing this entire venture. You know, there's a lot of stories we want to tell, a lot of things we want to talk about, and I feel like, especially as Black men, we want to share our stories. We want our voice to be heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Edmund, why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Well, I'm born and raised here in Dallas. Grew up in DeSoto, to be exact. Pre-K all the way graduating DeSoto. I'm an actor. I'm a performer. Right now, you can catch me on TikTok, where I'm doing the absolute most. The Edmund Show. That's on Instagram as well. Edmund is spelled with a U. Quarantined right now, just like a bunch of us should be. I've been in the house all day, like a bunch of us should be. Trying to figure out what my next plan is, because we don't know when we're gonna be back to normal again. I'm trying to figure out a way to make some money while I'm quarantined.
Right, man. That's like all of us, bro. What ways are you finding to kind of stay sane in this time, especially as an actor?
Honestly, TikTok is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I implemented the whole editing thing that you told me yesterday. So I posted my first 2 videos editing. So you should check it out and see what you think.
Definitely.
But yeah, so seriously, I feel like that in a way this couldn't have, I guess, I don't want to say come at a better time, but like the question you asked was, how am I coping with this and with being an actor, really, for real, TikTok.
Yeah, wow.
Like,
see, that's cool, man. That's what I feel like is happening right now. I feel like people are embracing social media in a new way. in the way it was meant to be used, right?
Yeah.
Because everything we invent is like a tool, right? Like everything that we build as humans, it's for somebody felt like this thing was a necessity. And so we have all these tools, and I feel like for so long people have been kind of like, standing back and like not really wanting to be involved in social media, or not really wanting to involve themselves in the technology, or super and so now it's kind of like we should try it, like embrace it, and make it happen. So I think that's really an upside to this entire situation.
Yeah.
But with that being said, we got our boy Akron Watson is in the building.
Akron Watson.
Bring him in.
2, 1.
Hey.
Oh!
Oh! We're all here. We are all
here.
Ow!
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, we're talking about Akron. How are you staying sane in this whole time, man? Like, what are you doing?
I'm staying insane. Like, I'm staying insane. Literally, like, hey. I went for a drive. I drove 2.5 hours south. I don't know where I was. I pulled over. It was like trees and field. And I drove 2.5 hours back. And that was it. That was my 5-hour day right there. And I know that I was supposed to stay inside, but like,
but I mean, you're not around people, right? Like, are you?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What you asking me?
You're not like you're not succumbing your. How would you say that? You're not.
I'm not
in danger.
You say, did I go to Egypt?
You're not putting yourself in danger.
I don't know if it's putting myself in danger, bro, but every now and then I enjoy the company of one person. Yeah, every now and then I will enjoy the company of
fair enough.
Yeah, one individual. We share hand sanitizer. We keep 6 feet distance. We wash our hands before and after we touch anything. He put his hand up. Yeah, what they used to.
No, I'm saying wash your hands.
Oh, and we got like statements and stuff back. Let me put my glasses on for be mercy, drink and be mercy.
Murray.
Drink and be Murray.
Mary.
Love is action. So here's what I'm curious about though is if we do find that one person, I asked this the other night, if we do find that one person that one like quarantine, you know what I'm saying? That quarantine bay, you don't have to like stay in the house with that person the whole time. Like that person doesn't have to come over and then like therefore they're stuck at your house.
Right.
I don't know. That's probably the best thing to have because you're staying at home, so you want expose yourself to the virus. So if they're going home, tell them what they doing.
You guys are the only two people that you guys are interacting with. That's what matters. Like you don't want to be associating with other people.
Right.
So like for instance, me and G, right? Like we can be around each other, and if one of us goes outside and comes back and gets sick or whatever, and it's just us and she's around me, she should stay around me, right? Like because she's probably gonna get sick anyway if she goes out there, but she should probably we want to prevent ourselves from contaminating other people.
So right, so and depending on who you around, some people are not gonna be as susceptible to death as others.
Right, but you got to make sure that those people aren't that are capable of getting it, but aren't susceptible to death.
I read this interesting thing today. It came from Kia Fulton. I hope that she's tuned in. It said that the Earth is resetting. Are you? And I'm definitely resetting, but I sort of plan to not be working right now. So like for me to not be working was like all in the plan, all the money was saved up and all that stuff. So I'm pretty comfortable. But for those who are uncomfortable, and even for those who are comfortable, you know, like, and then it made me think about when you say resetting, people are dying. Like, let's be real, people are dying. Is that the Earth's form of resetting? Is like, oh, I need to get some people out the way, or I need to trim down the because I mean, as far as I've heard, the Earth is overpopulated. So is that what we feel like is happening right now collectively, that the Earth is resetting?
I mean, I think that the world is always trying to put itself into balance, right? But I don't necessarily think that it's doing that by like eradicating us, right? Like it's not trying to wipe us out. In so far as it's trying to keep balance. It's trying to keep things running at a functioning level, right? And that evolving, that growth, there's some pain required when whenever you grow. Certain thing that means that certain things like die off, right? And that's happening all the time, as a part of reality, in life, right? Like things are always kind of balancing and resetting and twisting and trying to get back into stasis.
So for those who may be trying to reset right now, since you said balance, I love the word balance because it means that there's two things, you know, and I think that most of us live in a state of what we want and what we need. And so is that the balance now? Is that we're trying to balance ourselves between those two things? Are we changing one thing on one side? Are we changing wants? Are we changing needs? Like,
I think it's a multivariate equation. Like there's a lot of elements that are involved in the process, but I think globally things are out of balance. Things are not set, and so this wave that is hitting everybody is saying like everything needs to reset. Everybody needs to restart and get back into, finding what their own individual purpose is. And in a way, it's like it's separating us, but in a strange way, it's bringing us together because now we're mentally all connected in this, because we're recognizing like, oh shit, we're all in the same place. And everybody is affected in the same way.
Rich, poor,
fat, white, black, all that. All affected the same exact way. And so dealing with that, it kind of puts you in the frame of this equilibrated state where everybody is.
We should have captions when you use words like that.
Equilibrated state.
Oh, I can agree to that. We need something at like the bottom of the screen.
I'm telling you. And it needs to have a fake meaning every time. I want every time you use a word like equilibrated, I want it to mean something totally different than what it actually.
Oh my god!
Because I'm never gonna use that word ever.
Okay. All right, hold on.
But we're supposed to be talking about taboo stuff, man. So like, come on now. Where did you say?
Taboo stuff.
So this is okay to have on live.
I mean, it's live now.
Woo. Well,
Yeah,
okay,
man.
I'm about to get mine then. Okay.
Oh snap! Let's
Get it, Ace.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I was satiated, man. My wife, she made I can't even talk. It was so damn good.
Sausage jambalaya.
Yeah, coconut sausage jambalaya. It was so fucking bomb, yo. It was.
I'll be on my way once this is over.
With Beyond Meat, completely vegan, yo. It was fucking bomb, bro.
This is from Kroger. I know that some people don't know what Kroger is, but that's mine right there. But yo, where the juice at, man? What's good?
Yo, man. So shit. We're going down, man. So I don't know. There's a lot of people that don't know that I almost went through a divorce, man, in the fall.
Oh, okay. You went right in. You went right into the.
Yeah, yeah. I said the D word. It was like, oh, here we go. And so these are actually my two closest friends. You know, they Akron and Edmund. You know, y'all were there for your boy. You know, through the hard times. But yeah, it was wild, man. So many of you know that we started a restaurant back in June, July, I think, and and yeah, man, it was really stressful to say the least. Having a restaurant is like having a child that you don't want, you know, like
whoa.
It's like you have a child, like you don't want the child, and that happens more than you like to think. So that's what it felt like, man. Like we had basically what happened was that some really nice people reached out to us. They saw Gabrielle's cooking show and were really excited about it, and they had recently come into an opportunity where they could basically fund this restaurant idea, but the woman that owned it had never owned a restaurant or run a restaurant. So so she reached out to a bunch of people on Instagram, and clearly, you know, Gabrielle being a social media guru that she is, they found her very easily, and and they offered her the opportunity. She reached out to she told me about it and was like, she was like, hey, there's this really awesome opportunity, and she was like, I need you guys to meet my husband and do all this design. You know, he's a graphic designer and he builds brands, and we need to bring him in on this. So I went in on it and met them. It was great. We hit it off. We came up with the idea. I created a logo and I created an entire brand package. They were sold on it. And then things kind of like took off. This was in March. Wow, this was about a year ago, March of last year.
So to recap, she got found by some folks that wanted some food from her. You was like, let me set up the marketing materials. Now y'all are in this new thing, this new food venture together.
Right. Yeah.
And this is March of last year.
Mm-hmm. So April comes around, and they're like, they really want us. So we signed contracts. We start doing this entire situation, but they were like, we want it to be woman owned, and we want it to just be women owned. So we're going to leave the husbands out of it, despite the fact that her husband had pretty much funded the entire thing and was the lawyer on the project.
That's fire though that they left the men out. I like that.
Yeah, it was cool. Like, and we were happy to do it, you know. I think that was part of what made me and Gabrielle's relationship really contentious, because what happened was that we ended up so it's the two women running the business and all of that. And then once we launched in June or July, I can't remember, but as soon as we launched, I had to, my job was done, right? But it's
3.5 months. This is 3.5 months that have passed since y'all first conceived the idea, and now y'all are opening up.
Yeah, bro, it was fast. It was fast, to say the least, and we moved very quickly because Gabrielle and I are gorillas. Like we really marketed the fuck out of that shit. Like we were really good about creating and putting the brand, and that's what they wanted from us. They wanted us to be the face of the company and build it, right? Mm-hmm. But when it started, what Gabrielle and I hadn't discussed was that I wasn't going to be as involved, because now I'm a full-time actor and I got to go to rehearsal, and I'm spending hours and hours at rehearsal, and I'm home, and like the last thing I want to do is think about a restaurant, and so it was really shocking for Gabrielle and I's relationship, because when our relationship started, we're both actors on the same playing field, and we're moving at the same rate, moving at the same time. We were able to do everything together, spend all of our time together. So we created this kind of yin yang balance. But now she's working at this restaurant all day, and now I'm working at my full-time job all day. And when we see each other, we're at our wits' end, right?
Like, tired.
Yeah, we're tired as fuck. We don't have any time for each other, but we still have the need to really support each other. Like we need each other's support, because we've built that. Like, half of the job that was Viridescent Kitchen was me, and I wasn't there. So now Gabrielle is taking all of this load. There was things that needed to change. Like I had created a whole menu system, like how the menus worked on the televisions, and I was the only one who knew how to do that. And certain like just social media graphics and website things that I had created. I had like made all this stuff, but I hadn't normally made it to just like give it to them and then they run with it. But for me, like I was going, and for them, they didn't really have me as support. So that caused a lot of fucking issues in our relationship, just generally, just already off top. Then moving through the summer, because that was the entire summer, bro. Every day, I'm going to work, rehearsal. She's going to Viridescent Kitchen, complaining to me. We're not really talking all that much that day, and then we're coming home fucking angry at each other, at each other's throats, right? Mad that just anything can set a motherfucker off. The dishes ain't done. Like, what the fuck? It's like.
And I want to be clear that like the summer is only 2 months, and that's not a long time, but that's enough time.
It was enough time, bro. We got on each other's damn nerves. But what happened was, then where it really broke down is in September, when As You Like It, my last show, was over, because and what I realized once the show was over and I had all this free time at home is like the shows were protecting us from getting a divorce, like shows were keeping me sane, because like we would be at each other's throats, like mad at each other, getting into these hard arguments. And then luckily I had somewhere to be, so I had to leave the house and go to rehearsal.
Now being busy is a good thing.
Yeah, being busy was fucking great. But also what happened during the summer is that because Gabrielle was so busy at Viridescent Kitchen, now I had to I had plenty of time by myself, like especially at certain times of the night. She would just be exhausted because she had to wake up at like 5 a.m. So I had just a bunch of free time by myself. And
so at what point did she kick you out?
Say again?
At what point did she kick you out? I'm trying to get to the juice. Where the juice at?
Well, I'm about to get there. I'm about to get to that point.
All right.
So what it ended up happening was that I had all this free time. So it was good for me because I started hanging out with my guy friends and hanging out with my guy friends because I mean I spent all my time with Gabrielle. So being with my guy friends, I was like, oh shit, I actually have, I actually have better time out with my guy friends now than I do with Gabrielle because she's so stressed all the time that it's like it's not even fun. It's not even a good time. So I started enjoying having guy time, like hitting up my homie, like my homie Donovan, 88 Killer. He was gonna be on here, but his internet went out, man. Corona catching everybody, man.
Hey, that's the. I mean, because he's a model, right? Male model dude.
No.
Oh,
he's a rapper.
He's a rapper.
Yeah.
Does he look like a male model?
No.
Okay.
Oh, you thinking about Dante?
Donovan. Sorry.
Yeah. A lot of D names.
Shouts out to Donovan. Sorry about that. I thought you was a male model. And,
He's model. Ace took a model.
Yeah. So,
just because Ace take a picture of somebody don't make nobody a damn model.
Oh damn.
Anyway,
hey, that's a good marketing scheme, though. That's a good marketing.
No, but Ace take a picture of you gonna feel like a damn model.
Hey, I love
a model. Ace shot that.
Ace shot that, baby.
Well, I need some headshots, but keep going with your story.
So yeah, man. So I had all this guy time, man. I was hanging out with my homeboys and I was really excited about it. But now hanging out with homeboys, right? The lady at home worried about her man, wondering what he up to. That really is that's what started to ensue. And and she just, I mean, things got real hectic, man. It just got got intense, and I don't know how to really describe it other than that because the arguments get they're so specific. It's so like ridiculously specific that it doesn't even make sense how it all like.
You don't remember at what point you even started arguing because now it's about like how you said the last statement.
Exactly, bro.
You said
it. Bro.
And then it's a wall. You building a wall between each other, and you forget how you even got over there. How did I get over here?
You gotta stop and unravel it because it's like, well, you said, but then you said, well, I said because you had, but then you gonna smack your teeth when I had said, but you both hard.
Edmund, I got a question. Has Ace ever told you about the towel of badass?
No, I don't think so.
Nah.
Well, maybe I don't know. Okay, go ahead.
That's your story, Act. That's a story you gotta tell.
It ain't no story. I'm just telling you straight up. I'm using that right now today. Ace gave me a book, Edmund, that like literally changed my whole life because what it said was, I'm gonna give you a quote, one quote. That's it. It said that when you're dealing with a woman, it's like a woman is chasing a butterfly, and it's not your job to catch the butterfly. It's your job to move all the rocks out the way so that she's able to catch the butterfly herself.
Bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It helps me so much.
Man. Hey, in the comments, please answer in the comments below. Do you agree? Do the ladies agree?
It's not my
move all the rocks for her so she can catch the butterfly on her own. And this is the benefit of her or the benefit.
Hey, see, I would agree with, and I agree with that, Act, because now that's what I've done for G, man. Like looking at, like I've pretty much paved the way for her to be able to establish this business as One Great Vegan, and seeing what she's done with what I've created. Like she's taken a brand that I've created farther than anybody I've created a brand for has ever taken it. it's really powerful, man. To watch her grow, and what I've realized is that I generate all the ideas in the household, and she just executes on them, and she does it brilliantly, right? It's like, and then I'm like, oh shit, that idea actually works. Like, and so she, in a way, I can kind of test ideas on her and see if things kind of work in real life, because I'm not as conscientious as she is to actually do the idea. I'll think it all up and create this whole thing. This wall is a perfect example, right? I'm like, man, we should paint the wall. And I'll be like, we should paint the wall. It would be a really cool idea to paint the wall. There should be like, babe, let's go get the stuff to paint the wall. Then we'll go, and then she'll make me go through the steps of actually implementing the idea, right? Which is really cool, which is really valuable. And that's kind of how we work to balance each other out. We didn't always have that, but that's a consequence of us, fucking going through the storm, I guess.
Going through the possible divorce that y'all was sliding into, that y'all were running into.
Yeah.
Full force, head first. So at what point was it like, damn, we need to separate, or this isn't gonna, or we need to end this?
So I'll tell you one particular moment that happened. Like, so we went through it, and we're now going all the way through. I would say the worst time started. The worst period started September, and then went through December. Went through December. It was hell, man. It was the worst fall. It was fall for real. It was like fall. I was falling. And one night I had spent all of this. One night I had decided that I was gonna leave, and it was a night after we had sex, and so I'm trying to remember exactly so I could tell you properly, but we had. There was one night where you got into this really, really bad argument. It was a really, really bad argument. And afterwards, we like found a way to make up, but it was a real Band-Aid for an issue. Like, it was real, you could tell it was a Band-Aid. And we put the thing behind us, and then we had this hot sex, like this amazing sexual moment. And but when we had gotten into the argument, I had committed to leaving. I said I was gonna leave because the argument had gotten so bad. But then we fixed it and we had sex, and it was this real like passionate sex. But and we came, and it was fucking great. But then afterwards, I felt really, really guilty. I felt really, and it was weird. It was the first time I'd ever had sex with her and felt like bad about it.
Wow.
I felt like, in a way, I felt like I was cheating. I felt like I was cheating on myself. I just felt really, really guilty about the whole thing. And so I packed up my bag and I left, and I fucking just dipped, yo. And that was the moment. And I went, and I was staying at Edmund's place, and and I was over there, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, if that shit is meant to, like, if that shit is meant to be, it would never make me feel like that ever again. Like, I will never feel like that. And because, and I felt like the thing was telling me to run. Whatever that feeling was like, get away. You need to, that's the furthest place from where you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that point had me questioning, like, are we really supposed to be together? Is this really supposed to, work out? And is she, like, am I right? Because the way that me and Gabrielle fell in love was so right. It's like the way you actually read about in movies and shit. Like, I was going through a really bad breakup when I met her, and and I thought I was never gonna meet my love again, and I thought it was never gonna happen, and I was devastated by the breakup, and
shout out to her because I know she watching. I know she watching.
Yeah, right there on the stove.
She was around doing her thing, man. She running around. But she, yeah. So I'm like sitting there. I remember I was crying under my desk. I was in my office, I was crying, bawling under my desk. Who am I gonna meet? This and this and this and this and this and this. Next day, meet Gabrielle. Like the exact person. You know what I mean? Like that. Like it's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. So now fast forwarding to this moment, I'm like it was. I don't understand why I feel like I'm so guilty sleeping with my own wife. Like like I don't get that shit. That shit, like I felt like this shit was meant to be forever, like real talk forever. And and what I realize now in hindsight is that I needed to just leave. Like we needed to be done. And for a time, because we needed to graduate to our next level to really be worthy of being with each other.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But I'm interested, man, from y'all's perspective, because both of you guys dealt with my divorce or my near divorce in different ways, but closer than anybody else, I would say.
Let me finish this real quick. Okay.
Man.
Go ahead.
You go first.
Oh, you go first. Go ahead, because I don't know.
Well, okay, I'll start by saying it was very interesting for me because, for one, I never really had like a tight, close relationship with a Black straight male before. And so me and Ace had just met doing As You Like It. So, and we were kind of forced to get to know each other pretty good. Pretty soon. Yeah. So it was like I knew him, we got cool. He invited me to the after party, whatever. And so next thing I know, he's having issues with his wife. And I don't know how deep he want to get into it, but I was like, bring your ass over here. I was like, just come on. I'm like, maybe just take, a moment to calm down and then get back to it. I don't know, but I'm like, just come over here. That's not good for either one of y'all.
But also it's perfect because you just moved 5 minutes away from me.
Yep.
You just
one exit away from each other, and we are both seriously pretty much off the service.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty perfect, but it like I've only been in one serious relationship before. So to talk to him and he tell me all the things that's going on, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can say this, but I was like, dude, so when you gonna leave her? Like, when y'all gonna cut this out? Because I'm just like, at this point, y'all need to cut just cut it out. But and so I feel like that he was getting to that point, but right when I would say, so what are you doing? Like, when you gonna move the rest of your stuff? Like, you need some help? But he was like, no. And he would break it down as to why, like it would work out. It's like the very reason why we're having this argument is all the reasons why we love each other. So I'd be like, man, that's a different way to look at it, because I've known for me to be the type where we could go jump over I guess stumble over any hurdle, and I feel like that, yeah, we probably gonna break up. Like, this is probably it. But watching Ace and Gabrielle, I was able to see that just because things are bad or you get in an argument or the vibe is wrong or whatever, that doesn't mean that everything is over. So, and it was that was pretty interesting. It wasn't just one time, but I know I would come in, Ace would be packing his stuff, and I'd be like, so you going back to her now? You going back to her? Or it's like whenever he would come back over here, I'm like, oh, so you tired of her, so now you want to come back over here.
Friends get possessive as hell, don't they? You gonna spend time with her, you gonna spend time with me. One of us is healing you. Which one is it?
Right. Oh, so now that you're mad at her, you want to come up over here and get your feel good on. Okay.
You need to figure out. You need to figure something, man. He didn't call me. Okay, he didn't call me until it was bad. He didn't call me until like he didn't. I mean, it seemed bad. Maybe it was. I don't remember it getting bad. I just remember it being bad.
What month was this? I can tell you what bad it was.
Oh my God! It must have been. Yeah, I feel like it was like November. It was like he was already. He was headed to your house that night.
Oh wow.
He was like, I'm about to go stay at a friend's house. I was like, what are you saying? What is going on? I just saw y'all. I had just seen y'all in March.
Yeah, that was the crazy thing.
I had just seen y'all in March or April, and it was like, all right, love, come on, black love, come on. Young couple. And then I got a phone call that they was about to separate. And Ace will tell you, and she will tell you, because I'm going to reveal right here live on Facebook. Gabrielle called me too. He called me before you called me, and I told both of y'all the same damn thing. I was like, you need to work on yourself. I know you love him. I know you love him. Like, it's time for you to focus on you. You need to get yourself together. There are things that you need to do. Gabrielle needs to do that don't have nothing to do with him. And I don't know what he's going through. I don't know what his issue. I ain't even talked to him. I honestly ain't even talked to him. But like, I need for you to do you right now. And then I got on the phone with you and I was like, man, fuck that. No, I didn't say that. You know what I'm saying? And then like, for me, because I'm single and at the time I was seeing different people, that seemed like and you know my journey, you know that I'm a lone wolf and I feel like that benefits me. And so for me to be saying that to you felt right in the pocket. It didn't feel like I was saying anything like mean or hurtful to either one of you. It was like, well, here's what I know to be true. If you are solo dolo, you gonna get the dolo. You know, you gonna get the money. You know, if you work within your own parameters right now, y'all may get back together, but find peace within yourself first and then go do the thing. If the thing is we want to get back together, great. But right now, the two of y'all trying to be together is what's causing the uproar. So like, find peace right now just with yourself. I ain't saying get a divorce. I'm not saying don't speak to her again. I'm just saying right now, calm the F down.
Right.
Within yourself. But I also remember that within a week's time, you was like, oh, so we saw each other again. I'm like, what? What you mean you saw each other? What? How? When? Give it a month. You was like, nah, we just saw each other last night. It ain't been 6 days, you know, but.
Bruh, you dealing with, we talking about Gabrielle motherfucking Reyes here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, there we go.
We talking about Gabrielle.
Hey, so I want to say that I was definitely upset. Like I'm telling you, I was more thinking about Ace's energy because I knew that Ace had some stuff going on. Ace had told me that, you know, hey, I got hit up about this music video. I want to do this, and so I knew that Ace had a lot going on. I didn't want for his energy to be messed up. And I'm the type of friend that if you're supposed to stay away from someone, I'm gonna make sure that you stay away from someone. So when he would tell me like, yeah, man, so me Me and G, we saw each other. You saw who? Like, I'm like, no, we're not texting her. No, that's not. I'm like, we're in this together. I'm just one of them type of friends. Like, no, that's not what we're doing. I'm like, are you sure? You good? Like you? And one day I'll be like, okay, this is really bad. I don't know what's going on. Then he would be like, yeah, so we fucked last night.
No, man, no.
No,
Yeah.
wait.
No, because I was celibate. I was celibate for literally like 45 days straight.
No, I'm saying at some point, like I didn't know. I'm just saying that at
Oh,
points things would get better, and I would necessarily know. And then
okay.
I'm like, oh dang, okay, so y'all doing that again? All right, that's good.
Okay, I'm curious, Edmund. Do you think that because you were there, or at least you were around him, do you feel like that was a healthy time for him to physically go back to her in that way?
I don't think so. I feel like that some things were a bit premature, but I would say that it wasn't necessarily rushed, if that makes sense.
Okay, so
Like,
there was a better time, but it wasn't like a terrible time.
right, yeah. It would just be like, are you sure you want to do that right now? But so
I'm always curious as to how sex either helps or hurts a relationship.
I think it's a balance, man. I mean, I think that there's times where we have sex that is really genuine, you know, and we really are into it, and it helps heal our relationship. And then there's times where it's like you could tell it's just a band-aid for something, you know. And those are the worst. Those are honestly the worst times because you know, like you ever, you know, when you fucking masturbate. After you masturbate, you feel guilty. You know, like that shit happens sometimes. So after you have sex, it's like you don't ever feel guilty after you
who feel guilty of a masturbation?
You feel like a drain. You feel like oh god, I just wasted time. Like I wasted all this time watching porn. No, you don't feel like that?
I've been late for work in my
Well, you're different type of people. Y'all some different type. Yeah. That's some bullshit.
What?
Whew. No, man. I mean, I don't ever masturbate to be late to shit. But if I masturbate and I'm like, I had a whole day and I could have just like been chilling, you know, like I could have got a lot of work done, or I could have gotten something done, and instead I spent the whole day just like watching porn. I feel guilty afterwards, not because somebody else is judging me. It's just for me.
So shout outs to Kyra Haley. She's directing a show that I'm in right now at Jubilee Theater.
What show?
How I Got Over It. It's a Mahalia Jackson musical, pretty much. Yeah. So, but Kyra said, depending on your headspace, it can be positive or negative.
Very true. Very true.
Are we talking about sex?
I think she's talking about sex, yeah, because I think they're on a little bit of a delay when it comes to snap.
Comments at all? Should I be reading the comments?
Yeah, we said that we wanted people to leave comments.
Actually,
I've been reading.
Yeah, we probably need to pay attention to those guys.
I've been reading the comments.
Like 20 comments. Okay. I just want to say that like I have a problem with the M word because I do it too much. And yeah, I think I do it too much. And you know, I just started doing it in the car. You know what I'm saying? Like driving and like
yeah, so really.
Yeah, you know, I'll be like, if it's a truck driver going by, I'll like stop. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like
some people don't. Some people don't. It's a thing called cruising.
Oh, it's a term.
Yeah, there's a term, and it's really big. Okay, so you're in New York, right, Akron?
I am in New York.
Yeah, it's a big thing in New York.
Cruising.
I would say go on Twitter, hashtag cruising and just see what you find.
Dang, I'll be cruising, man. Dang, I didn't even know. Okay.
Well, no. Well, yeah, kind of. Yeah. But yeah. So, and late for, yes, definitely. There's been times where I'm like, okay, I live 15 minutes. I live 15 minutes away from my job. If I start now and go to whatever video that I know that works,
Ooh,
we could possibly be on time. But if I have to find one, then it's more like I'm probably gonna be late for work.
I know. As soon as I hit fill in that search button, that search tab.
But here's the thing, though. When
3 hours from my life is gone.
3 hours of my life. When I hit the I'm searching for someone specific. My thing is this: I could be talking to someone and then visualize intimacy with that person, and then search specifically for who looks like the person that I was talking to.
Bro, why all the time, bro?
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with mine.
That shit takes hours, bro. That shit takes.
Because you gotta be you gotta be like redhead, bald, light skin, BBW. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta scroll through like 8 girls who look like that, or people who look like that type, to come up with the right version of person that you have visualized intimacy with.
Yep. Bro, Edmund, you don't got nothing to say?
Wait, no, because Edmund got the drawings up, right? Like it looked like he was processing it.
Fucking Arrival, that movie Arrival, he just puts it up.
Oh, that's what's the white lady gif where she like thinking right the equation?
Wait, is it GIF or GIF? Somebody help me.
I think it's GIF.
You think
I say GIF, but someone did break it down as to why it would be GIF.
Because this graphics index exchange or something like the
GIF. It ain't no GIE.
Yes, it's GIF. What?
You said graphic index exchange. That's an E.
Oh, I mean, sorry. I'm thinking X. Wow, I think for some reason X was in my head.
Now somebody just text me that was I gonna go Hotep on this live. Are y'all familiar with Hotep?
What is Hotep?
So there's a group of men, usually African, always African American. These African men who, they stand on the corner sometimes, stand on the street, especially here in New York, and they, preach their version of the gospel. And usually, right, very anti-white, very anti-establishment, very anti anything but black, anything but if you are not of African descent, you are the enemy to these men. But the anti-establishment is what I more am connected to, because I'm the kind of person that's like, well, why do we have to have money?
I'm sorry. Can we put a pause? Because people are watching and they are saying stuff.
Oh shoot.
Oh, okay. So
and I am definitely with Kanisha. Okay, so Kyra said masturbation is great. Try using it as a form of meditation and manifestation.
Shut up.
Manifestation.
Shut up.
Are you?
I can see that. So you speak the things that you want to happen into existence as you do it.
Come on.
Are we talking about
as
like
you come?
things, or like you're manifesting that you're going to have sex with this person in real life?
Come on.
I think manifesting, you could do anything. You could do with anything, right? You could say that.
But I'm asking, what in that time frame, what are you trying to manifest?
You better clear your mind. You better make sure it's not nothing bad.
I think that when I'm visualizing this person, right? The person. And as I am, oh, I hate the M word, but as I am masturbating, I am bringing myself spiritually and mentally closer and physically closer to the possibilities of being with that person by visualizing them in that setting.
Okay, so
I'm with Kyra. She said, whatever you want, anything you want, manifest, whatever. Have
okay. So if you are masturbating and if you're watching something, and what time that you are doing something to yourself are you manifesting things that are not sexual?
Okay. I have a time, because what I use masturbation for sometimes is to clear my mind of any sort of like lust or desire for sex, so that I can then reattach myself to what I'm supposed to be working on. Cause you know what I mean? When when you're supposed to be studying the script for whatever.
Yeah.
You know what?
See, but see, that's where I get into trouble, because that damn search bar, that shit takes time.
If I can give a pointer, just this is something that I do. As I'm searching and scrolling, and sometimes you see something that looks like it's going to be good. I go ahead and save it. So then I just have like a good some scroll.
Bank.
Yeah. So then whenever I'm in that mood to where I am going to be searching, I'm going to search in the things that I know that I like things that I've seen before or whatever, that, okay, this looks like this was going to be good. Let me check this out. Instead of this broad search, I get a smaller search of things that I want to see.
So you need to narrow your search, Ace.
Yeah.
See, I've tried that. I tried saving the porn that I like, and then when I come back to watch it, I want to watch something else. That's not the thing I want to watch.
Okay.
And I'll be like, oh shit, I end up searching, or that reminds me of something else that
I'm gonna get up and go get a drink, but before I do, I just want to just ask the most taboo question that I can ask, which is, you married though, so how you still watching porn?
Bruh, you ain't see my TikTok?
He walked out.
Where they do that at?
You didn't know you could still watch porn married, man?
I mean, I know now.
I surely hope so. You can.
He said, I ain't ever getting married.
Like, let me in on it now. Okay, but hold up. We got something from the ladies. The ladies are really.
I know the ladies is jumping in. Hey.
So Kyra said that she uses toys.
Kyra, we don't have to bring you in on here. Hold on.
Yeah, baby. Kyra just Kyra. Okay, let me see.
Wait, Eric, can you finish that though? Because I heard something about toys.
Yeah, so Kyra said that she don't watch porn. She uses toys. So I can understand, yeah, just like what Kanisha said. Oh, I love Kanisha to that. But that makes sense. Like, if you're not watching anything, then I can definitely understand you having that moment. Oh, I'm gonna have to try that. I am very intrigued. Thank you, Kyra. Thank you.
So no toys, so no porn, just toys. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like, well, that makes, I understand how your mind can be free to actually manifest something in that moment, or really like deeply meditate in that moment. If you're, your eyes are closed or whatever, you're looking at, I don't know, whatever you do, whatever.
Wow.
But but as opposed to watching something, and especially watching the person that you just searched and all of that, and that shit that y'all do. It's just like, I don't know.
Edmund know he gonna try it. He know he gonna try it.
I'm honestly, I'm not. Well, this okay. So bald and bearded men are my thing.
Oh, I got one.
So
You need to watch. No.
I'll look up people who I know are bald and bearded in that industry that they would be doing it. Mm-hmm. But that's as far. I'm not going to see someone. I was about to name somebody, and that was not going to be good. But it's because obviously we're naming, average people. But if I were to see an average guy, I'm not going. No, if anything, I'm going to try to hook up with him. So,
oh shit! Hold up, we got Kyra Haley. She's joining us.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Because obviously we're naming, average people. But if I
Isaiah Johnson.
Can you hear?
Yeah. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey y'all.
Wait, I just want to say you should look up Isaiah Johnson because he bald and bearded. He my homie. And like, I just want to see what you feel about him. You can text that to me, or you can send that to my DM. But Isaiah Johnson, he's on David Makes Man. He's also George Washington in Hamilton in LA. And I just want to know what you think about him.
Okay, well, I am kind of a little bit, somewhat, almost taken.
Oh,
right now.
Come on, relationship.
Is he brown?
Kyra? What was y'all gonna ask Kyra something?
No, I mean Kyra had a lot to say, so
I mean, I said it mostly in what I had over here. Y'all was talking about porn. I don't watch porn. I use toys, and I use that as a way of manifestation of, because at that moment, at that time, you get to relax your mind. You don't have to worry about anything, and you can manifest those things in which you want to bring to fruition.
What kinds of things have you manifested?
Jobs, situations, things that I want. Yeah, I mean, if you want it, because so for me, manifestation was a hard ideal for me to grasp in a way. And like, because my brain works 1,000 miles per minute at all times in all ways, and I was trying to think and come up with ways in which my brain is silent, ways in which when I can think when I'm relaxed. And I'm in another group of like women and like spirituality and different things, like, and someone mentioned that, and I was like, you might be on to something there, ma'am.
Come on.
Something. And so I tried it.
Teach one. Come on.
Teach one.
Okay, spread the word. Spread the word.
And I'm trying to teach y'all. And so for me, I mean, I tried it and it worked. It was like the perfect, for me, that's when it clicked for me.
Okay. And so are you saying that you have manifested things from this process?
Yes.
I'm gonna try it. I'm down. I
mean, you're doing it anyway all the time. Might as well manifest something while you're doing it.
Okay, you right.
I'm getting excited now. I'm like, oh.
So we all gonna get off the live and do the same thing. Well, okay, but Ace, is it hard for you to masturbate because of who just typed using masturbation as manifestation? Who did that?
This is me.
Ace, is it hard for you to masturbate being with somebody else in the house?
I find ways. What we do is like we have little we have sleeping patterns that we kind of trade. So we have a house where what we do is we have a living room, a big ass living room, and we have our the bedroom and we have the bathroom. So you got 3 potential places to to get it on, you know, if you really want some privacy. What ends up happening is that, you know, Gio often wake up later than me, so I start the day super early, like 8 o'clock. I'll get my whole day going, and I go to sleep. I go to sleep earlier than she does, so she'll wake up like midnight sometimes, and she'll just be up around the house, and she'll have time, and I'm asleep, right? If it's midnight or 3 o'clock or whatever, she'll just be up until like 5 o'clock and then go to sleep at 5.
Oh,
and I know if she does that, then the likelihood that she's gonna stay up late the next night is low. So then I'm gonna have that same night period. And then if I have that night period, then, you know, then she's asleep, then I'm masturbating. You know, I got all the time in the world.
Question: have y'all ever masturbated together?
Technically, we do kind of a mutual masturbation situation. But I'm trying to think, like, that's not the go-to. But yes, we have tried it.
So, I mean, have you ever like thought about like as far as a manifestation of what you want together as a whole thing? And doing that together.
That's really interesting. So we created a whole list. We should try that. But we wrote down an entire list of like all of the things that we wanted to accomplish, all the things we wanted to achieve, and we said those things out loud. So I know that just from that aspect, it works. A lot of those things that we wrote down have come true, and they're still coming true. Even during the COVID-19 epidemic, it's like, you know, Gabrielle's still getting calls about TV shows and things that are happening in the future. So things are really still coming into play. So I can only imagine what the results would be if we tried to masturbate and manifest at the same time. Because the juju that we have together, like our mojo that we have together, is ridiculous, man. It's unparalleled. And I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what the world does with the things that we're creating over here. Wow.
I'm excited to see what's going to happen when y'all masturbate together. Okay.
Well, that'll be the next episode when we're live.
Talk about the Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
Yeah. Baby,
universes.
Listen, because y'all are some pretty like creative people. Like, and I feel like that things come to y'all like because of favor, like just because of like, oh, I saw this, I saw that, I heard this. It's like I'm coming to you because of what I've heard and what I saw. And this thing, when y'all do this scientific experiment that Kyra has given us, like I am just waiting to see, like, this is what my mind is. I like all of that.
And I wonder too if, because you know what I'm saying, like it's hard to God bless y'all. You know, I just hope that like it goes well. I don't even know how to, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I keep visualizing, and I shouldn't be visualizing in my head, you know what I'm saying? So like,
okay, so we can change the subject real quick.
Well, speaking of visualizing, Akron and I had a sexual escapade situation last year. Oh shit! Oh shit!
What is happening here? Okay, what kind of? Okay, what's this? What are we doing?
So,
okay,
we gotta let Akron tell this story.
Oh, what happened?
Carl was like, "I'm out."
No, they're still here. They're still here. We just hit them. This is your story, man. This is Akron's story.
You want me to tell this story? I'm not telling you. I can't wait. Why is it just me? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my God.
I'm not, I can't tell. Honestly, I cannot tell this story because it did not originate with me. The person who it originated with, the person whose idea this originally was should tell the story if the story is to be told. For me, I was just a bystander, a rider, if you. I was Harriet Tubman on the railroad, not building the railroad. I was Rosa Parks in the back of the bus, but I didn't drive the bus. I was just there to have my say so in it, but I was not the movement. I didn't start the movement, so yeah, I was just a part of the movement. So I can't tell. I'm serious. You take me off this screen. I'm not gonna tell this story. That's not my story to tell.
So who was the bus driver?
Huh. Ace, who was the bus driver? Was it you? Who was the bus driver? Was it Gabrielle? Who was the bus driver?
What?
We are going to bring in a new special guest.
And then the computer just went out. And now the computer is done. Hello, loves.
Gabrielle.
Where do you?
All right.
So how does this work?
Oh, say it ain't so. You just talk.
Coconut sausage
Yeah.
jambalaya. All right. Who am I talking to?
You're just talking. There's a bunch of people
Hello, people. Where are the people? How many people are watching?
right now.
1,000.
Well, hello, 4 people.
1,000.
So
1,000.
basically, did Akron really leave?
No.
Oh, okay, I thought he legit left. I was like, oh. Are you going to tell the story with me, or am I the only one telling this single story?
I guess the leader has to now.
Okay, well, y'all scared. That's fine. It's
No,
supposed to
we're
be
not
about sex and truth and relationships. Now they got to bring
Sex and truth.
real sex, the real truth, the real relationships. Oh, girl. All right, so basically, long story short, what had happened was, I don't remember how it all began, but I was basically like, I'd be interested in having sex with more than one man. That sounds fun to me. And then Ace was like, well, I have a friend who'd probably be down to have sex with you too. And then I think I forgot about it, like years passed and life happened. And then I think they had a separate conversation about it. I don't really know. All I know is I said it, and then a few years later, I had sex with Akron and Ace, and then this other girl whose name I don't remember, who I think she cried, so that was a little weird. And yeah.
Why did she cry?
I think she was just uncomfortable with the whole situation.
What? Oh wait, where's Ack?
Akron walked away.
Oh.
What?
No,
Is
I
it really
think
that
I think
intense?
something. No, here he goes. Yeah,
What's going on?
Hold on, we bringing it back. We just having some technical.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, we're back.
It was like grainy.
You're back. Sorry, technical difficulty, y'all.
Devil's
Can
Can
everybody hear?
Yep.
I can hear y'all perfectly fine.
And like,
Where did we stop
Akron
in the
is-
story?
Sorry, hold on.
Oh,
Ack, he's frozen.
it says that.
am I back? I mean, I'm literally not doing nothing, and like
Man, you got New York connections, man. That's that New York shit. See, look.
This is the ghetto.
Connection in.
But it was doing fine until I showed up. What the heck?
Yeah. Get out. Get out.
Okay. I didn't ask to come here. Y'all asked me to come on here.
I didn't ask for you to come up on here.
Crazy
I'm
kid.
trying to get Akron to come back so we can.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, Edmund. Hello, Edmund.
Oh, I was just being ignored.
What?
Nothing. I'm being dramatic.
Y'all, we made some jambalaya today. That was fire.
And y'all not even sharing what you mean.
I mean, like, who?
Bro, COVID-19, man.
Yeah, like, come on now. We post the recipes online.
Y'all can't bring no shit outside. Y'all met with
warfare.
Y'all met with Ayana.
Hey, that was against my will. I did not ask for Ayana to come over.
Damn. I love Ayana. I wish you could come over too. I wish we could all hang out and I can make jambalaya for everybody.
That's what I'm asking for.
What you saying is when all this is over, party at y'all house for jambalaya. Is what I'm
party at our house for jambalaya.
For jambalaya.
Party at our house for jambalaya. Party at our house for jambalaya.
Let's all bet on a date if this thing is gonna be back in
I'm gonna say by July 4th. Party at our house for jambalaya.
Really? You think it's gonna happen?
At least
I think
it better be.
I would say June. I'll say June.
I'm thinking 1st of June. I'm hoping we up.
Yeah, I think 1st of June. That's gonna be
because our show got pushed back to May 26th opening, 26th, 29th, somewhere in there, June 1st. Somewhere in that. So I'm hoping.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
When that happens.
This is why I don't do shows anymore.
That's why? Because they
could potentially have gotten canceled. No. Because I realize I can't commit to things other than myself. But anyways, since Akron's not here and we're still talking about this, do y'all still care? Or Ace, are you gonna finish the conversation?
Yeah. I mean, we could postpone it until Act.
Yeah, I'm right. Because if
what if he doesn't Act gets back? What if he doesn't figure it out?
And
all right,
we'll have to talk about it next time.
One great vegan is out.
Word.
Yeah, plug.
Y'all follow, support One Great Vegan. You know, awesome cooking, catering, cooking show host, the dopest. Word, man. Wow. Okay, so we're back, y'all. We got about 13 minutes before we wrap this thing up. Hopefully Akron gets back before then. But yeah.
So, question for you.
Yeah.
So in the process of what y'all just said or whatever, so when Gabby came to you and she was just like, I would be interested in this thing. How did you feel about that?
I was elated, ecstatic. I would no, our relationship really developed in a way that was naturally inclined towards sexually explorative. And because we started off when we first started dating, it was like we didn't want to label ourselves. So we just said we were existing together. And that kind of continued for several months until it became standard for people to just be like, oh, this is boyfriend and girlfriend. Here we go. Act is back. So
wait. Can I say something real quick? Not purposeful. That was.
Damn it. We lost him.
So, and he's still frozen.
I guess we gotta believe him at this point. Huh?
I know. Damn, going again. But anyway, so it became standard for us to to just like let other people label us, like because we didn't need the label to associate ourselves with each other. So so during that whole process, Gabrielle had come to me and asked if it was okay that she was still sleeping with her male gay roommate. And like not sexually sleeping, but they shared a bed. and was it okay if she was still like staying over, like they would live together. And I said, yeah, that's fine. She was like, sometimes we cuddle, and and we used to have this this romantic relationship, but that's no longer happening. But we still cuddle, and sometimes we kiss, and all of that. And I was like, will you kissing him prevent you from hanging out with me? And she was like, no. And I was like, fine, and do whatever you want. And and then she said that she was interested in dancing with other people when she went out. Act is back on his phone.
I only see Kyra though.
Yeah, because it's gonna be different on your phone. So.
Oh.
Now you see how I feel. Boom.
Why are you smiling so hard, Kyra? Why are you smiling so hard? Why is everybody? Why is it so wide? Am I supposed to talk now? What am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to do now?
Well, I just asked.
What happened? What was said? Tell me what was said, because I missed everything.
Okay, let me recap for you.
They said that you can't perform, dog.
Now Gabby just basically said that she had talked to Ace at one point in time.
You was gesticulating the shit out of what you were saying, and I cannot hear you at all.
Can you hear me now?
Did you change something? Because no, I cannot hear you now.
I don't know. I don't know why you can't hear me. I don't know.
I feel like that I can't be heard too.
What?
And did he go away?
I think he's gone.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just being ignored again. Okay.
Y'all are some clowns, man. Y'all are some clowns. Anyway, but yeah, so long story short, our relationship kind of progressed naturally where we didn't have labels, so it allowed us to be explorative within our relationship. And then so when we started talking about sexual acts with other people, it was in such a progressive manner that it was kind of a given, and it was okay, to ask those questions or to bring those things up. It wasn't unknown territory, uncharted territory.
It was just very interesting to me because in my heart of hearts, I would prefer to be in like a throuple with like two men because I don't like women. I've been there, done that, tried it, wasn't my cup of tea. But men, yes, that is like for me. I'm like, oh, okay, so I just shut up, Edmund. We know.
I mean, obviously, I love women, and I prefer women, and I prefer as many women as possible, right? Like that would be my joy. But I also think that sex is about reciprocity. It's about the other person, and so if that person isn't enjoying themselves for whatever reason, then I'm not going to be enjoying myself because it's really hard for me to keep a boner if the other person isn't happy. Like it's just like it's not fun. Because I wanna end it and be like, damn, that was the best sex ever, or like, and we could be like, yeah, that was awesome, together. But if I can only say that, then it wasn't good sex. So if that means like having another a male there, like as long as you don't need me to be involved in that, like I'm fine with that.
Hey, so I have a question.
What's up?
Kyra.
Yes.
You said that you wouldn't mind being in a throuple with two other men.
Uh-huh.
Would you be okay if those two men interacted with each other as well?
I am okay with two bisexual men being in a relationship with two bisexual men.
Oh, okay.
And you hear a lot of people say that, but I am very much so okay with that.
That, to me, that makes sense. If you're going to be in a throuple, I can't imagine the two guys not doing something. Like,
again, I am completely okay. Everybody gets what they need.
To me, that makes so much. That to me just shows how honest you are about really wanting a throuple. For a woman to say that That's what's up, girl. I hope you find it.
But because for me, I resonate more with masculine energy than I do female energy. And so for me, and like, what's the word I'm looking for? So for me, how I feel and how I feel in relationships, what I get from men is more so what I would want on a all the time level than anything that I can get from a woman. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Funny thing is that I feel like that I've actually been seeing that a lot more lately as far as porn, and this is like homemade porn. This is not, getting paid porn, but where women have actually been with two men and the two men start, doing whatever. And it seemed like they'd be having the time of their lives. So it's funny because it's something that I've seriously been seeing more. So it's like, okay, so people are really getting into that. And I think it's a great thing.
Hold on, let me see if I can see it.
I can see you now.
Y'all can see me now?
Yeah.
I promise y'all that was not on purpose. I don't know what that was about. Jesus took me straight out that conversation. He literally, Jesus snatched me. He came and snatched me up out that conversation.
Hey, what's the Mortal Kombat that says, get over here? Get over here.
It was the dude with the fire, Scorpion, right?
That's what God did.
God does that to me all the time. I swear to God. I wish he'd have did it to me that day, but he didn't. He left me there. He left me there, ain't it?
Well, we're gonna have to talk. We're running out of time, so we're gonna have to talk about that next time. So, Akron, prepare your notes. What?
Oh, seriously? No,
you're mute now.
I'm not saying
it. Forget about it.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Hey,
God don't back with that conversation.
No, but it's safe to say that we will not be talking about this next time, or y'all won't be. Whatever y'all gonna do, I just don't think that it. Don't start off with that, because y'all gonna start off with issues with technical problems.
Oh man, this has been fun. This has been real cool. I think we've had a consistent 20 people watching, which has been awesome. And
I know I shared all my little life secrets with y'all.
Say again?
I said I done shared all my little life secrets with y'all, but I don't care.
Hey, there you go. Thank you for being real. That's what we want.
Right?
We want some realness. There's too much fake shit going on in the world.
I'm gonna always be real with you.
Yeah. Always. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to come in for the last 2 minutes. Let's see what he.
Why?
What the fuck?
Nigga, we see you on the side over there, bro. Say something.
You wait over there on the side. You see Akron over there like,
oh, nigga, say something.
That is hilarious.
Akron, try to come back in. See if you freeze again.
Hey, my name is Jerome, and I'm from South Dallas. And
outside the realest, drug dealers, killers. What? Okay.
Hey, that's my shit. I really want to say that Akron didn't have nothing to do with breaking up. I don't know why that happened. I don't know how that happened. And now that we back, I want some motherfucking respect in this bitch. And I want respect from you. I want respect from your ass up there. I want respect from all y'all Negroes. And Let me talk. Let me talk. Let me talk. You sit there. Let me talk. You sit down. Let me talk. But for real though, I don't know what happened. Honestly, like I didn't mean to jump. It was such a crucial moment too. It made it seem like I was scared to talk about the thing when like I wasn't scared to talk about the thing. I was scared that it was coming up. I can't believe that it came up in this setting.
I mean, it's called taboo. The Devil's Advocate taboo conversations.
Who is the devil then? Because he rebuke him. I rebuke him.
Oh shit.
But at the same time, you know, I was, you know, I am his, you know, I don't even know what to say. Ask me a question because I don't know what to say.
Hey, well, we got to wrap it up, man. We've been on this thing for an hour and a half.
Okay, great.
You know, we'll follow up. Shit, maybe we'll get on the Instagram live for the after party. Y'all, it's been real. Thank you so much for joining me in Akron. Akron, tell them where they can find you.
Really, nigga?
Nigga. Shut up, man. We hear the thing moving. We hear the toy moving.
I hate him.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on The Devil's Advocate. Join us next Monday at 7 p.m. It's going down. We got some more conversations for y'all. Peace. All right.